Hey, it's the Empire. GeoBox Empire. Box for boxing. Now, this is a prediction video to Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G, man. And let's talk about Triple G a little bit first. Now, Triple G has been the reigning middleweight champion for a long, long time. Um, he's actually used to fighting people his size, such as, Curtis Stevens, David Lemieux, Daniel Jacobs. And he was managed to hurt every one of them, man. You know, Triple G is a power puncher, and he his fighting style is a really balanced fighting style. He can beat you on the outside, and he can really control the pace of a fight. Now, Triple G needs distance for his power. When he hits you, he fully extends his arms to hit you. It's the full leverage punch. And if you watch the Kell Brook fight, Triple G is throwing punches from a range, and he's really good at it. He hit when you start throwing back at Triple G and you stand still for too long, that's how Triple G broke Kell Brook's eye socket. I think it was a left hook. It was a left hook because Kell Brook's right eye was hurting. So you stand still too long and you trade with Triple G, that's a big mistake. He can literally end your career. And people want to say Kell Brook's a smaller fighter, but a bone's a bone, man. He broke a guy's bone in his face. And a welterweight who walks around 170 plus. So Triple G is known for power, man. He's known, if you trade with him, there's many highlight reels of Triple G simultaneously getting hit while hitting him back and the guy dropping. So Triple G, style-wise, is a very solid fighter, and he's used to his style is really tailor-made for boxers who can box on the outside, because Triple G is very dangerous against boxers on the outside. If you try to outbox Triple G, the problem is his style is made for people like you, because he's trying to hit you from a distance. He's not trying to hit you, while you're on him. He's trying to hit you from a distance, so he's trying to be set while he's hitting you. That's how he gets his power, from being set. Now, Canelo Alvarez, what kind of boxer he is, he's a boxer puncher. He's fundamentally sound. He's a conventional fighter. He's not an orthodox. He's not gonna do some crazy, weird, punch. He's very his approach is very conventional. He's trying to outbox you, and every now and then he might get really athletic and throw like, maybe an 8-punch combination, but for the most part, that's in the spurts. For the most part, he's trying to outbox you, and he's not like a gazelle in the ring, man. Canelo Alvarez is sort of stationary when he fights most of the time. And when he's throwing those combinations, he's throwing it in one area. He's not throwing 3 punches, moving, throwing 4 more punches, moving, throwing 5 more punches, and then moving. Nah, man, he's sitting there and he's gonna throw like an 8-punch, like 8 or 9 punch combination, standing perfectly still. So I think in this fight that Canelo Alvarez would try to outbox Triple G, but eventually Triple G would just wear Canelo down to the point where Canelo can only box for so long until he's gonna have to stand still and trade with Triple G. That's the problem, Triple G hits too hard, and if Canelo wants to sit and trade, he may be quicker, but eventually he'll get caught. There would be a simultaneous exchange, in my opinion, and I don't think Canelo can take the brute force of Triple G. Now, we've seen Canelo hurt before and almost knocked out by Miguel Cotto's brother. I forgot his name, but he was almost knocked out, and that was a while back. But still, that's a factor in this fight. I've seen Triple G hit before, but I've never seen him hurt before, and I've seen him get hit by bigger, stronger fighters. Now, like I said, Canelo, this is really his first fighter he fought that's really a power puncher. That's known for his power. Triple G is known for fighting guys that are power punchers and destroying them. I think David Lemieux or even Daniel Jacobs, those are power punchers. And not only are they power punchers, Daniel Jacobs, when he fought Triple G, he fought, it was basically unification, it was a unification fight when Daniel Jacobs knocked out Peter Quillen for the title. Daniel Jacobs had the regular WBA title. So, you can really call that a unification fight. So, not only have Triple G fought power punchers, he's fought a unified middleweight power puncher. You can literally call him that because there's so many belts within the WBA, sort of crazy. And Triple G and Daniel Jacobs fight was so close. You can literally call that fight. You can call it a draw, but the point is they're both championship caliber fighters, and they both had titles to prove it within the same organization. So I think Canelo's the quicker fighter. I think his quickness will last so long until it's gonna have to. It's gonna come down to power eventually because the thing is, they're both in their range. Canelo's effective in his range, but Triple G he's not effective. It's like that's his optimal range right there. And the thing is, Triple G only needs to be right one time, man. He only needs to land that power one time, and it's lights out. Now Triple G, one thing that's underrated, people don't talk about too much, is his jab. He does his walk-in jab. That's really good. And Canelo has a problem with people who can stick and move and jab. The problem with Triple G is he's not gonna stick and move, man. He's gonna stick Canelo and then hit him with power, rain down power. So I think Canelo, the only thing he has, man, is a puncher chance in the first 6 rounds. But those chances are really slim. Canelo Alvarez, he has a really good left hook and a really good straight right, but they're few and far between, and they're sort of telegraphed when he throws them. Triple G, he's really consistent. Really, it's weird because it's all power, but he never looks tired throwing it. If Canelo wants to win his fight, he's gonna have to work his body. But Triple G, his body work is probably even better than Canelo's. Especially his left hook to the body. They both have good left hooks to the body, but like I said, Triple G is dropped middleweights doing that. You know. So man, all in all, man, I got this fight going to Triple G. He's just too big and too strong for Canelo. Like I said, people were labeling this fight as the fight of the century. Canelo won the belt at 155 against Miguel Cotto. Couldn't knock out Miguel Cotto. Couldn't finish him. Canelo Alvarez hasn't even fought a true middleweight yet. At least not even at the weight class 160. He's fought in Chavez Jr. at 164, and he should have ended Chavez. Everyone talks about how Chavez was a dead man walking, and Canelo couldn't finish him. For Canelo to get a knockout at middleweight, he has to bring up people like Amir Khan, which is sort of sad. When Danny Garcia knocked him out at lightweight. So, it's just, I don't even, in my opinion, I think this fight, it shouldn't be, the middleweight fight of the century. I mean, really, it is really a mismatch. It's really a junior middleweight, a junior welterweight. I'm sorry, a junior middleweight fighting a real full-fledged middleweight, and the most dangerous one at that. So I got Triple G, man. I think he'll win the fight. I'm not sure if he'll knock the guy out, but I'm pretty sure he'll drop Canelo a few times, So let me know how you guys feel. Like, comment, subscribe. This is The Empire. Geobasic Empire. Peace.